here we are at DevNexus. Sorry for that. It's the second day, and I'm super happy to be here with Raquel and team. So tell me, what are you talking about here at DevNexus?
Well, we are talking about application modernization, which means that you can automatically apply refactors in your source code at a scale. This is like a new product category that is solving 3 different use cases that are super important in the industry. One is the migration use cases. So, for instance, there are several versions of Java right now, and you probably want to get updated to the last one, and this is breaking your APIs. So you need to change those APIs currently, usually manually, and now there is an automatic way to do that.
Okay.
Another use case is for security, because most of the vulnerabilities or CVEs can be fixed by updating your dependencies. And this is fine if the dependencies has a minor version, because there are
no breaking compatibilities
there. But they could also have a major version that you need to apply, and this is going to break your APIs again. Right? So this is another use case that we can cover. We can inform you about what are the CVEs that are that are reporting some security issues in your code, and as well a means to fix those CVEs automatically without no planning effort. Right? And finally, there is a third use case, which is about coding style or static code analysis, because most of the tools are reporting to you what is wrong or what can be improved, right, in order to make the code more readable, right? And usually this is something that you need to change in every pull request when this report comes up to you. These are things that can be automatically changed. And at the end, what you are doing is running a program, and our product is based on OpenRewrite, which is an open ecosystem that allows you to create receipts, which is the way that you can program those changes automatically. In different programming languages. Right? And there are multiple receipts already. Indeed, we are supporting almost 1,000 receipts, and we have tested those receipts in thousands of open source repositories already. So this is something that you can really test with confidence in your own repos. And indeed, we have engaged with some open source contributors already, so they have created some receipts, but as well we have fixed or improved their code base already using our product.
Are you in contact with any, like for example, the Open SSF Foundation? Because this is something that would be like really interesting for them. Like they have, like for example, projects like scorecards that are checking some and applying some heuristics. But even if like providing this for the open source maintainers or developers, like to help them figure out in an easier way to update their codes.
Yeah, so we have Jonathan Lightshoe, who's a friend. He used to work with Modern as well. And now he's joined the OpenSSF Foundation, I believe. And he is applying these fixes broadly across thousands of repositories. So what he's done in the past is fix some like path traversal issues and stuff where it's clear vulnerability across thousands of projects, and he's opened thousands of pull requests in an automated way through our platform as well, just to get all of those fixes in there, such that it's not only a known vulnerability but also a fixed vulnerability in the next release. So he's doing a lot of that work, and we facilitate all of that, and it's just a great help for us as well.
Oh, I find that really useful and interesting. And as you said, you can create your own recipes to actually apply it.
Yeah, at the end it's an open platform, right? Because since we are relying on OpenRewrite, you can create your own recipes, and this creates engagement with your own community because you are helping them to migrate your new versions and therefore taking advantage and testing those new features that you have introduced.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so where they can start? Like, where is the first step for our audience to try this or to see the examples? Or?
Yeah, so there are 2 possible paths, right? If you really want to see the impact or the potential benefits in your own repository, you should go to public.modern.io or even to modern.io, and you can try it out, the existing receipts across thousands of repositories there. Right? And there is another path, which is if you are a receipt contributor, you can play with the examples that are in the OpenRewrite documentation and create your own recipe and validate that recipe with existing repositories that you have in place, or even creating your own tests there.
It's really interesting. It sounds very, very compelling for open source developers, and even you as a developer, as normal.
And we do collaborations as well. So we collaborate with VMware, for instance, with Oracle, with Red Hat, so they can develop these recipes as they develop new versions of their framework. So Spring Boot recently had a version 3. Quarkus is planning the same, and Micronaut as well. And these are frameworks which are competing for the developer experience, trying to make it such that you're more productive, and facilitating the breaking changes that they're going to introduce is a part of that. So all of them are developing recipes so that you can migrate at the moment that their new major version comes out. So you're not playing catch up, but instead of publishing release notes, they're publishing migration recipes.
No, and that actually sounds compelling, because sometimes as a developer, one of the roadblocks is exactly that.
Yeah.
That's why, for example, when you have to migrate, or the migration path takes a lot of time and even courage.
Yeah, correct.
And we find people get stuck on this, so they get stuck at some point where there's a breaking change.
And sometimes there are things that you haven't thought. And what happens if you don't have the test to notice that they are broken? Now it's obviously you not only solve what is broken and evidently broken, but there is also so proactive actions on the other side.
Yeah, from an enterprise perspective, it's also super useful to validate if all the repos, let's say, are using a particular standard, right? Or a particular technology, and you want to bump all of them for that standard. Using OpenRewrite is an easy way to validate if a particular recipe that is existing on the marketplace or a new recipe is working for a particular repo. But when you need to really make this change in your entire code base, it's a different story, and this is why the platform provides value to you.
No, and then you have to also think about that those projects that are not actively maintained.
Right, exactly.
Where there is no actually developer taking care of that, but you still need, for whatever reason, bring it up to date.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe you don't know even who is owning that repo, right?
Exactly. Well, I think our audience will be very, very interested in following up. Do you have any final thoughts? Anything?
Well, we are gonna be in other conferences this week, this year. So if you will be part of Spring I/O, for instance, or GCon.
Probably we'll see each other there too.
Then it's a good time to be in touch.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much for the interview and being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.